The show you are about to listen to is intended for mature audience only. There will be things said that may not be appropriate for younger audience and may offend you. We at Whatever Talk would like to apologize in advance, but really, get over it.
Mengalaba. No, folks. Mengalaba. That is how you say hello in Burmese. Hopefully. Welcome to Whatever Talk, the show where we talk about whatever we seem to be talking about at the time. I'm your host, Donnie, and I do have my man, Kev.
What's going on?
You been all right?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Oh, I'm good, man. I'm good. Just as some might have heard, getting my Cosby on without the tablets.
Right.
Awesome. But we do have a guest with us, and his name is Eric G.
What's going on?
How you doing, my man?
Hey, I'm alive, brother. Can't complain.
We talking about whatever that's on your mind. Speak your mind. Don't be shy. This is your time to shine.
This is a fellow podcaster. I have yet to hear his show yet. Give people the name of your show and all the good stuff that comes with it.
Okay, well, my show is Random Thoughts with Eric G. Just like this show right here is random as hell. Whatever comes to my mind this week, I use that as the topic for my show. It started off as like a little joke I did on Facebook years ago. So anytime whatever popped in my head, it was a random thought. So I'd be like, random thought, I gotta take a shit in 5 minutes. Damn. It's just my formed from that. And it was funny as hell. And I ended up doing like almost 2,000 random thoughts over the course of like 5 years.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Let me make this into a podcast. And plus I do a lot of work with my community. And so I'm showcasing like the local talent that's in my city. So I do that. And
awesome.
So every week, hopefully every week if I can. Sometimes I got personal stuff going on. But every week I try to do a new episode. I'm on season 2 now. The episode I wanted you to do last week was the mental health episode. It's I did a two.
I'm very mental.
We all is.
We all are, bro.
Yo, so my part one was week 4 last was about my own personal journey dealing with mental health. Mm-hmm. And like you said, like I tried to do the therapy before, and then I'm like, look, let me go to God for a little bit. Then if that didn't work out, I'm gonna do something else. So I actually share my story of my upbringing and what caused me to get to the place I was at. And then I brought on different podcasts and let them share their story. And
awesome.
it was titled "Who the Hell Are You?"
Okay.
You get to tell who the hell you is, what the hell you been through, and who the hell you been since then.
Right.
Awesome.
Yeah,
so before we move on, you still crazy?
No, only on the weekends, man. But that's neither here nor there, bros.
That's all of us.
All right. If anybody whose complexion is black and you answer no, you're lying.
Right. That just make you more crazy.
Exactly.
Man, the world made us this way.
They turned us into the lunatics that we are, and then cry about it.
But no, they cry because they want to be crazy like us, but they can't do it.
Well, they are crazier than us.
They are.
It's just that.
Like us. I ain't say better than us.
Yeah, they got no type of crazy.
Yeah, but they different. But let's kick it off with the Coronicals. Get that on out the way, because I don't I try not to put white people in the show, but they everywhere.
Hey.
Them niggas is everywhere. I did have some actual corona news, but you know what? I don't even want to talk about the Rona no more on that type of aspect of the new stuff. They still crying about unvaccinated people, and unvaccinated people was killing the vaccinated people, which is haha.
Right.
So I said that portion of the Rona. Get to the real Corona, white people. They're the Corona of the human race. Mm-hmm. Now, I thought about this the other day. I was like, man, this is some funny junk now that I'm thinking about it. Like, white people, not only do they follow the mystery nigga rule of you can't say nigga, but that's their main concern, is why they can't say the mysterious nigga rule of them not saying it. But they stick by that rule by not saying it, but they won't stick by the rule of not killing people. Like, you can't say nigga, and they abide by that. By whatever mysterious nigga that came up with the rule of blacks are the only people that can say nigga, whatever.
They don't even want us to say nigga.
But I know that. Right. I know that. But for the most part,
they don't even want it to be used.
Right.
Like they ain't created.
I know that. We know that. But for the most part, when you do hear it brought up, they always bring up the argument of why they can't say it.
When it was made for them to say it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know. They the ones
Yeah.
But they follow that rule for the most part, or at least in our presence, they follow that rule. But they won't follow the rule of not only killing people, but they killing us on a massive scale. And I'm like, why won't y'all follow that rule? And you, hey, go ahead and say nigga all you want, because I don't care about it. Which is a more important
rule.
Right. Exactly.
This is human life we talking about.
Here's my thing on that, y'all. I feel like that's why they killing us. It's built up frustration. It's like, yo, damn it, I can't say the word niggas. I'm just gonna kill them niggas. Exactly. It's built up frustration. Exactly. That's what it is. It's like a get out of jail free card for them. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, hey, look, if I can just lease, like honestly, if me letting Ty call me a nigga stop him from shooting me, I'm like, you know what?
Oh yeah, right.
I mean, I do think that's what's going on right now. I think it's built up. They want to say it so damn bad. Like, damn it, we can't say it. Nobody can say it. We're gonna kill them all. And that's what it is.
But that's the thing, though. Oh, go ahead, Cav.
Just say it. Just say it.
Yeah, we already had a show full of white niggas who can. Well, only one of them was saying the word nigga, but again, it's just a word to us two. It's just a word to us because why can't you say nigga? I mean, you say it anyway.
Right. When we not around, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Right. And it's not like you actually respect us enough to not say it anyway, because you say it. So it's not. So don't act like you respect us, because if you respect us, there wouldn't be bloodshed if you respect us. So niggas, say nigga.
But let me tell y'all though, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but it's like getting called that name from somebody outside of my race. It's like that. It's like my ancestors are tapping me back in my damn shows. Like, you gonna fuck them up, or should we? Like, it's
yeah. See, a lot of people.
I'm glad you brought that up.
It seems like that's a
inherent thought process,
a programmed way of thinking, almost. Like, you know what I'm saying? We created this word to slander you, and we created it for you to feel bad when we do it. When we call you that, we want you to feel like you ready to kill a motherfucker. You know,
kill
what I'm
me.
Like,
we want you to feel like you want to kill me, so we can say that
so
you're
I
a racist
can kill
one.
you, right?
Exactly.
Right. So that I can retaliate and kill you.
But
you know what I'm saying?
I'm glad you brought it up from that aspect, Eric, because I feel like when you just said that, I thought about that inherent thought process. Because like your ancestor that you say is tapping you on your shoulder, that nigga's a nigga, but by default though. You know, because he doesn't. They grew up like they have most definitely reason to be racist towards whites. They have most definitely a reason. Now we still got reason to, but why? Like, why now at this point? Like, just let them niggas be, even though they don't let us be, let them niggas be until they get in your face, and then you can knock them niggas be.
I don't know. It's still, to me, man, like it's a really tough subject for me though. Because I'd be like, let them be, whatever. Like, we all get that one white friend, like, no, you can say it, but nobody else can say it. But it's to me, it's so much going on in this climate we living in, especially coming out of the Trump administration. It's like it's so sensitive to it. We so sensitive to it. We were waiting for that chance. Like, you know what?
That's the thing.
Great stuff.
Exactly.
Sensitivity and insensitivity. To me, it's mental and emotional about how you react to certain words. This is like, you don't want nobody calling you a bitch ass bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, or you know what I'm saying? You a faggot ass motherfucker. Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't want nobody calling you that either. Like, I'll probably fight for that before I fight for nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's just that feeling in my stomach. I get that feeling in my stomach when somebody says it to me that's outside of your race. And like hell, even like Mexicans say it like it ain't nothing nowadays. But it's when they say it to you, it's like it's that feeling in your stomach, like I just got punched in my stomach. And
sorry.
And that's how some people feel about bitch or faggot or
right.
You know what I'm saying? Or you a punk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I see it.
You gay. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I see it from what we talked about last time, Kev. I believe it was last recording. We got to change our thought process of letting mad be your first reaction.
Yeah,
like
to everything.
To everything. Like we have to learn like emotion control. Like you learn emotion control, you wouldn't worry about what anybody else on this planet has to say about you.
That's for everybody, right? You feel like that's for everybody.
I feel like
especially black people.
Yeah, especially black people.
Yeah,
especially black people.
On 10. Like I was about to say, like we always just ready. Like
I thought niggas slip.
Oh shit,
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? We always just ready. Like
and we gotta stop that, man. I feel like we gotta stop that because
that's making us ready for death in jail. You know what I'm saying?
That's making not only are we ready for death in jail, that's actually killing us whether we go to death or jail because we're gonna get put in a hospital because our hypertension, not blood pressure, hypertension is skyrocket because we weren't about that nigga that said nigga to us.
Mm-hmm. When he a nigga more than me. Them white niggas is a trip now.
When you use mad as your first reaction to every single thing, that's exactly what they want you to do. And you hate losing, right? And once that happened, you lost because you did exactly what their privilege can get you for
being a nigga.
For being exactly.
It's just I don't know, man. It's like I said before. When it's a word they dying to say though, and it's weird.
Oh, definitely.
Exactly.
It's a word that they say. It's a word that they dying to say in public.
Yeah. I don't know if you know this, Eric. Is that them niggas is weird. I don't know if you knew that already, but
I thought about it, but I'm from North Carolina. Never get it. I used to work at Ruby Tuesday when I was younger. And do you know how I'm probably like the only token black man in the room? I was the token black, so that's what it was.
What part of North Carolina was that?
A little ghetto small town called Henderson, man.
Oh, okay, because I live in Charlotte right now.
Yeah, right on the border of the Virginia line, man.
Okay.
Yeah, so like I said, so it was like here. First of all, Henderson is the most hoodest town in North Carolina. It's small, but it's so hood. So the thing was, like we next Henderson's like 1/3 the size of Durham, but we just as bad as Durham. But
okay.
So my thing was in that restaurant, man, you'd be surprised and like how many guys randomly want to walk up to me to say, "Hey, nigga," and it was so weird because I remember I grabbed this one dude, I didn't even know who the hell he was, and we were just cooking on the line one day, and he just randomly walked up and said, "Hey, Eric," he said, "Hey, Eric, I just want to, I know you're really such a good guy." I'm like, "Yeah, thanks, man." He said, "I bet you when you wake up in the morning, you be like, I want a cool ass nigga." I'm like, "What the fuck you say?" What?
See, that shit right there would have made me laugh.
It most definitely would have made me laugh, but he did exactly what them niggas do. He did exactly what them. Exactly.
I'm like, did you hear this?
He did exactly what we just got finished talking about. That's straight up antagonizing to push you to go to that nigga mode.
Right.
He want to see you go to jail.
Exactly.
But it was weird. But what happened was I did a quick Scooby-Doo. I'm like, when I did it,
yeah, that would have caught me off, bro.
It scared him. Like I'm 6'3", I'm big as hell. So I'm 6'3", I'm right. Tall, I'm big. So when I said it, his eyes got like this big, like, oh my God, did I say that out loud? And he just started apologizing.
See?
Man, you know what? That is so funny to me. The whole, again, the apology, sorry that white folks be giving us.
He had already planned the whole apology thing anyway. Hey, nigga, boy, my fault. Sorry.
You know how, these corporations that be putting out these commercials now, like Target, Pepsi, and they throw out these so-called racist commercials and then say sorry later. nigga, you already got your publicity and money from the word nigga that you was already trying to do, and you already knew what that was before you decide to co-sign on it. Matter of fact, you knew what it was before you gave the green light for it.
It's just like a kid when they do something, you be like, why you do that? They be like, sorry. You know, they still wanted to do it. Like,
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? They not sorry. That's just it's the nice thing to say back.
It's
like,
the PC thing to say.
Yeah.
If they don't say sorry, they're gonna possibly lose all the money they spent on them to say the word nigga on this commercial. They're like, it ain't that boy. Hilarious.
But I think we underestimate the media, though. I think they smarter than that. But they knew, okay, we're gonna make a certain amount of money off saying this word. So are we willing to take that loss? So my thing is, okay, we made $300 billion off saying the word nigga on live TV. Now everybody looking at commercial news and YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
But we can risk losing $1 million now.
Of course. That's the same thing. I don't know if you said about I don't know if you remember, Cav, when we talked about that Pepsi commercial, me, you, and T. We talked about that Pepsi commercial with what's her name, with that Jenner chick.
Oh, I think I do remember talking about that.
Yeah, how Pepsi had put out the apology because even though I don't believe they meant the sorry, but anywho, yeah, that's hilarious. Them niggas is funny as heck. But let's move on to you remember last recording when we were talking about figure of speeches, how I feel like they destroy a conversation because they don't quite convey what it is that you're trying to say to somebody, but we say
like
them
sayings and figures of speech,
but we say them because we have either we don't know what else to say, or it's just muscle memory to say them. Now
stuff like, man, two wrongs don't make it right.
Exactly.
Stuff like
actually,
that.
It does make it right. When I bust you in your eye for doing me wrong, it was right.
Right. Exactly.
But this not per se. I didn't have anything to come to mind when I first brought it up. It was just something that was on my mind. But this is not per se a figure of speech, but I'm deeming it a figure of speech because it's ingrained in everybody's vocabulary, muscle memory to say this word all the time. And we just got finished saying it. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry now, in my opinion, is deemed a figure of speech now because we say it unconsciously. It's a muscle memory to say sorry. First, we as Black folks need to stop saying sorry for show. We have absolutely zero to be sorry about. Mm-hmm. Absolutely zero to be sorry about. Second, everybody else, stop saying sorry as well, in my opinion. You so used to saying sorry because probably you're constantly doing something that requires the word sorry. So you just say it on just like I said, muscle memory type thing. But that word sorry is like now, again, a figure of speech to me. Like today, lady walking down the aisle trying to get some pop. She had to come past me. Oh, sorry. Are you? Because you're still going. It's a figure of speech. You're still doing what it is that you claim that you're sorry about. Oh, I'm coming back. I'm in your way still. Sorry. Are you? Because you could have just went around.
Hey, Dan, I think you're trying to throw the ass on you, man. That's
They should just say what they really are. Like instead of sorry, retarded. Sorry, retarded. Like, stupid.
Retarded. Oh, excuse me. Retarded coming through.
Retarded coming. Say that. You know what I'm saying? Say what you really feel. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Riri on the loose.
Exactly.
Riri on the loose.
But yeah, that's just one right now I can think at the top of my dome that we need to stop saying that, especially Black people. Like I really do feel like we have zero to be sorry about. They should pay us for their sorries. Every time they say sorry, check deposit.
Right.
I think I use sorry in a different way sometimes though. Because when I know I'm about to offend you, I'm gonna say sorry before I do it. It's weird.
And that's just muscle memory too.
And that's muscle memory. I say that's muscle memory too, but I would not say I'm sorry before I offend you because one, I don't know if I'm about to offend you or not. So muscle memory, I do not care about offending anybody, because if you about to get offended by what I'm about to say right now, then you was go getting offended no matter what.
Right.
That's how I feel about it.
And it's weird with me. I remember I got my youngest son doing now. It's like right when you know you about to say some shit you ain't supposed to say. So I'll be like, look, I'm sorry you feel this way, but nah. But then I just go for it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But hey, we all, I like I said before, like I do feel like we as humans, mankind, we don't know how to conversate with other humans for the most part. It's a practice thing. We're not going to just get rid of sorry. We're not going to just get rid of muscle memory type ordeals or things, period, without the practice of not saying sorry to them niggas. Them some sorry niggas, white folks. But Kev, you remember when we was little, we used to we used to think we was magic because the things we talked about a day or two, it'll come true.
Yeah, right.
We some straight up savages, man.
Right.
Well, Kev, I think we still got a little bit of magic in us. I say that because the shows that's getting released, like the edited versions of the shows that's getting released, those shows have been recorded so long ago.
Of whatever talk.
Okay. Of whatever talk, yeah. Say we're recording, what we're recording right now ain't going to get released on an edited version until a while from now. That's another reason why I like to do it live, so it can be out in the universe. So they're like, oh man, y'all copying off. Nah, we said that first. Right. But it's kind of like, wow, I'm editing these shows, releasing them. The media of now, like the radio shows I'm listening to now, the talk shows I'm listening to now, the media the news and stuff media that I'm listening to now is so relevant to the show that we recorded months ago and getting released today. And I'm like, well, dang, that's kind of weird.
Right. How we talked about it then, and then.
Yeah, we talked about this much. Like, I think the show that's out now, if I recall right, or it might be the show that's the one prior to that one. But it was recorded back on Father's Day, around Father's Day.
Oh, okay.
But the stuff that we're talking about is getting talked about today for like it's up there now, like in the top tier of getting talked about. Mm-hmm. And it's like it has been like that for quite a few shows we've been releasing the edited version for, and I'm just now realizing it, like I want to say about a few weeks ago. We've been talking about this like such a long time ago. We ain't even big yet. How do we get this before right. Charlemagne and DL and them get a hold of it? Why they just now talking about this? Well, we've been talking about it. That's why I said, Kel, we gotta hurry up and blow up, man. We gotta let these niggas know that we own y'all, and we've been on y'all way before now.
What's up? We on to y'all, man.
We've been on to y'all, man.
y'all got my support, damn it. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna be there.
Appreciate that.
No problem.
But yeah, man, I thought that was pretty hilarious. But here's something I want to talk about today, and it's kind of what a coincidence that my man's Eric happened to be on this show. And it's probably about to be somewhat religious or not, depending on how the conversation goes. But I would like to hear you guys' thoughts / beliefs on choice, the actual action of choice. What I mean by that is
action of choosing.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I guess I have to go religious, kind of. No. I'm talking about to explain what I'm coming from when I say, what's your thoughts / beliefs on choice? The best way I could say is, okay, I feel like there's a veil that choice is an illusion. to a certain extent, I kind of believe that choice is an illusion, but for the most part, no. But I do feel like society, the government, especially religion, puts up this veil that you do have choice. Puts up this veil that you don't really have choice, but you do have choice. I feel like no matter what the options are, they're absolutely a choice. Even when no figure of speech, I had no choice. There's always a choice, because the choice is to choose the no choice that you thought you don't have, or to not choose the no choice that you don't have, or that you thought you don't have.
Sometimes there isn't a choice. I mean, you know what I'm saying? In life, you come across situations where you literally might not have a choice but to do something. You know what I'm saying?
But that's what I'm trying to tell. That's what I'm trying to convey, is that what you just said, you do still have the choice to not do the choice that you think that you only have. That's your choice.
That's true.
The choice. But it's this veil.
I think, but it's the outcome, though. It's the outcome of it too, though. You know what I'm saying?
It's all about the outcome.
That's what is the outcome.
Yeah, like if I don't do it, I'm gonna be like this. If I do it though, then I'll be over here. Like, you know, like just say if your arm stuck under a big ass rock and you know for a fact, the only way I didn't try all day to get out of this motherfucker, bro. I know now that the only way I can get out loose is to cut this motherfucker off. You know that if you cut it off, you can get up and walk. If you don't, you stuck. You know
exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So there is always a choice, right?
Right.
That's my whole point of what I'm trying to get at. Right. Now, when I say this whole illusion of there's not a choice, it's kind of like what you started out to say, Kev, is sometimes there's absolutely no choice, you know. But I feel like the government.
That's what I mean by the arm thing. Mm-hmm. Like a person would be like, man, what the hell? You only got one arm, nigga. Why you cut your arm off? I ain't had no choice.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what a nigga would say. Like, I ain't had no choice. You know what I'm saying? I would have laid there and died.
Yeah, you didn't want to deal with the outcome. The outcome was, oh, you want to die.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have an outcome.
I feel like that's a justifiable figure of speech now.
That is a figure of speech, because like you said, you do have a choice. Mm-hmm. You could have not did it and just chose to die. That's a choice too. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Just, you know what I'm saying? Or just chose to sit there and get ate up by a wildcat or something. You know what I'm
saying? Exactly. So justifiable figure of speech. I had no choice. Okay, cool. You got anything else to say on that, Eric?
We talking about figure of speeches, man. I think another one would be love. Like saying I love you is
and I love that, or you know, I love that right there. Or,
love. I think love is just something I think we just throw around nowadays.
Yeah, I love you. I love you is a straight up probably in the top 3 of figure of speeches. Right. I love you.
Just love, period. Like, I love that movie. Like, just love, period. I love these little cakes right here. Like, you probably like them a little bit, but you don't really love it. Like, you know what I'm saying? So stop using that word.
Yeah, and that's a strong ass word if you really mean it, man. So, like I said, I think it does get thrown around. It's just something you just. Oh, how SpongeBob said, it's a sentence enhancer. It's just you just sprinkle a little bit on top of it to make it sound good. Like, oh, I love this pussy.
Exactly.
It makes it better. It makes it better.
Oh, man, a sentence.
KRS-One got a song called "Love's Gonna Get You," man, and he talking about all of that, bro.
Yeah,
talking about all that.
Oh man, that's hilarious. All right. Okay, I thought that was gonna run longer than I thought it was gonna run. The choice thing, because I was thinking I was gonna go religious with it, because the whole
I mean, now you can get religious with it because that's a choice too.
Oh, but no. I wasn't going to get religious with that portion of what you just said. I was going to get religion on God giving Adam and Eve an actual choice, and I don't see how they understood what the heck a choice is.
Wow.
So, but
you don't understand how, like, you think they probably would have been like, well, what is the choice?
Well, not the actual choice, but the what you call that? The implying of choice.
I mean, you don't have to say choice. A person could be like, yeah, you either going to pick that or you're going to pick that. You don't even have to use the word choice. Like, we don't even know if he used the word choice.
We don't have to use that for if we're talking to someone who is not just born.
Wow. Let me say this right here, though. Let me say this. I'm kind of glad that you used that example of Adam and Eve now. Now I'm thinking about it. Because I'm relaying that to the media and government too. You say they give you a choice, right? They make you think it's not a choice, whatever, right? But they already know they already know what you're going to pick. In the situation with Adam and Eve thing, God already knew that. Okay, they're gonna they're gonna pick this. They're gonna eat the apple. I know they're gonna eat the apple. I just want to see where they eat the apple. And I think that's the same thing what it is with the government. They put the same thing out there for y'all.
That's illusion right there. The government, like, we know they're gonna go with this one, but we're gonna put this out there just to make them think they gonna choose. Yeah.
We know Pepsi tastes better, but Coca-Cola.
Right. And I think Coca-Cola tastes better. You know what I'm
saying? That's that Coke that's in Coca-Cola making you think that.
No, that's the E&J that's in Coca-Cola to make it taste.
Right. Because Pepsi is slightly flatter, bro.
Right.
Kev, I'm just letting you know you just lost a little bit of friend points with me with that one.
Coca-Cola tastes better than your liquor, man. That's all it is. It only tastes better than liquor.
Exactly.
But I believe the government made up religion. Probably why God sounds so much like the government. Because the Bible sounds very, very, very modern to me. And I don't mean like modern because Christians are looking for signs versus direct answers. I'm talking about the words that's been utilized in the Bible sound like it shouldn't even been known of that word in that era.
I mean, you got different versions, though. You know what I'm saying? And you got updated versions.
I got an old school version. That's what I want to go. I want to go old as possible.
How old is it though?
I believe it's in the 80s. I think
I'm talking about like centuries, nigga.
But I'm saying like the Bible been revised a couple of times.
That's my point. That's what I'm saying. Forever, it keeps being revised.
Oh, of course, but I'm saying that's the oldest I got right now, and I am looking for older versions because I want to get as close to the pure, or not the pure, but the original writing or original translation as possible, as close as I can.
The reason they translate it and revive it so much is because people couldn't understand a lot of the language.
Nah. Oh, well, that's BS
like
to me too.
Macbeth or something, bro.
That's BS to me too, Cam. That's BS to me too. I say that's BS to me too. You know how to talk this language, but you don't. You know how to talk this language fluently, but you can't read this language fluently. So therefore, we have this revised and that revised because, oh, my bad, Jesus actually said blah, 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 instead of saying what he did. See, that's why I want to go as old as I can find it so I can get the what they initially said before they decide to revise it and tell you something else versus
some people. Well, when I say that,
shoot, that,
you can't hear us. Can you hear us?
Got us, man.
Man. Do I got the wrong ear in? That's what it is.
You can hear
My
us?
bad. Yeah, I can hear you now.
Now, when I say that, when I say revision, or when they revise it, they still talking about the same subject. They're just trying to make it clearer. You know, I'm not saying that they switching it up like, oh, it meant red, blue, but now it means orange and green now. Like I'm talking about like who really understands for thou art thou, or you know what I'm saying? So it's like instead of putting art thou, we're gonna put therefore, like you know what I'm saying? Something that people can really understand. That's what I mean by revising and all of that.
I get that, but they just don't do that, Kev. They do a mixture of both what you just said and what I just said. Because I have heard some stuff that wasn't straight up, and I can't really tell you what it is. I gotta listen to it again and I look at the one that I have. But I came across some stuff that was a completely different line in this verse than it was in the 80s version. I'm like, that totally flips the narrative of the good word, as they say.
Well, you know, they say the Bible, we have to, they say you understand the Bible is like, you got to take the Bible for what you get out of it, or somehow they say.
Yeah,
you know how they say, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. How you determine it, how you interpret it is how it is. You know what I'm saying? So
you know what I say about that, Cal? Whatever, niggas. Because that's a good cop-out way to cover up your steps of saying, well, hey, whatever you get out of it is what you like. Not because I know if I have stated that as well, but I always stated that because I don't want you to take what I'm saying and they'd be like, oh, well, that's either not, I don't agree with that, or I do agree with that. And now you got a whole new religion out of that piece of bull crap right there. I say, go ahead and read for your own and you get whatever you get out of it, because you're going to translate it anyway. Because I tell people, but I tell people not to translate it. What's the point of translating it? It's already translated for you.
See, a translation is just for better understanding. It's not like switching the meaning. It's like, it's just, you know what I'm saying?
But that's what they do, though.
If a Spanish person is saying thank you and some other type of words, and I don't understand it, I'm going to need somebody to translate that for me.
But you know, it's the same thing. I think everybody's going to see it in their own way. If you read how me and my girl is different, right? Me and my wife, she like, I can't quote not one word of the Bible other than amen. Like, so she can like, my girl can read the Bible and she get a whole meaning, a whole like prolific meaning about it, and it touch her to a certain extent. And I'm looking, I'm like, that's not what I got from that.
And you know what though? And you know what another thing, bro, is it's said that you're supposed to pray before you read the word. You're supposed to pray and ask. That's what I'm saying. You're supposed to pray and ask for understanding. You know what I'm saying? So that you can get some type of
understanding is correct. Ain't nobody gonna have a correct understanding of what they're reading. Everybody
the Bible of faith.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. Though I get what y'all saying. What he was saying was you're gonna take your own interpretation of the Bible. Everybody gonna take it and like, okay, for example, let's keep it 100. They were using the Bible to control slaves. So they took their understanding of the Bible and ran with that.
Right. And made it that way so that they can,
They actually gave them a separate Bible, Bible for them. They didn't have the same Bible that they had the King James Cliff Notes.
King Slaves version.
And that's what they did. But that's what they did. They broke through what they wanted. They got out what they wanted, and they taught that what they want.
And that's basically how religion is anyway. Pick and choose anything out. Let's pick this one out. We're gonna put that one over here. Put this one out. Oh, I like that one. We can agree with that. We're gonna put that over here, and we're gonna call this religion non-denomination or whatever, or we're gonna call it Catholic, or you know what I'm saying?
I do hear what y'all are saying, but me personally wouldn't. I didn't translate the Bible. I didn't even try to translate the Bible because once I'm reading it and it's in my hands, and the words are in English for me to read it, I don't see no reason to translate it. I don't see no reason to try to pull something out of what was just said when you could just read it and it tells you exactly what it just said.
Right.
Yeah, well, everybody ain't smart like you.
Yeah.
Got a lot of retards out here, bro. Like, what that mean?
So rereads, man. But that's why I state to folks, whenever you do decide to read it, I ain't trying to convert nobody. Matter of fact, I was just telling LaCure a little ways ago is that I can have half the world agreeing with me about what I said about my beliefs of Christianity. And I'm just gonna get a thumbs up and say, cool, thanks. I ain't about to be your leader. I ain't trying to do none of that junk. I just want to conversate. That's all. I'm a conversation seeker. I just want to know why you decide to follow blindly. That's all I want to know. Like, I ain't denouncing your God because, and I'm not denouncing your faith. I'm not denouncing your God. I don't believe in that nigga because what I read out the book and what the book is telling me when he decides to speak, he ain't none of what y'all claim he is.
Yeah, but when some people don't believe in him because of the actual Bible itself, like some people really believe in him because of spiritual reasons. Like they feel
he
like
say, she say.
No, that's not spiritual. He say, she said.
It's
I'm
not,
saying
but
spiritual reasons. Like they really feel like, man, he blessing me, bro. Like he, you know what I'm saying? He really moving in my life. Like, because when it was
funny
like
to
this,
me.
I felt like this. Or when you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. But some people are spiritual beings, though.
So, and that's my thing. What I was saying too. Me and my wife, though, I had to cut you off, boss. But what I was saying with me and my wife was we had when my podcast come up, I'm talking more about this. But with me and my wife thing, we had two different viewpoints when it came to religion, to Christianity religion. You know what I'm saying? Or God. I was more spiritual connected. I'm more spiritual connected. The reason, hold up, bro. I know he look like he about to say bullshit.
No. I'm just going off. When people say that, I go off the actual definition of the words when people use, and spiritual and religion, they're the same thing according to definition.
Well, not really.
According to definition,
we talked about this before, bro.
Not really, but not really, because religion-wise, you're going according to what you're reading. You're going to what you're feeding. How you're feeling is according off to what was put in front of you.
Like you reading how you supposed to feel about it.
Spiritually is how my connection internally feel. I feel internally.
My connection.
My thing was your internal feeling is based off of what you read, then how you feel.
Based on how that preacher told you to feel.
My thing was how I went, because I'm gonna tell you this, like I said, my podcast, my mental health podcast was when I got to a place where I felt like there wasn't a God. I got to a place where I felt like, look, that's not no God, because God wouldn't allow me to go through the BS I'm going through, right? Not to realize, okay, cool. Eventually, as time went on,
he will.
Don't say it.
That's what he's saying, though. I mean,
listen to what he's saying. At that time, though,
I hear what you're saying.
At that time, I was going through all that BS I was going through. I'm like, damn, man, he wouldn't let me go through all this right here, man. And I'm like, man, one point, man, there ain't no God, man, whatever, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, all right, cool. Then a year later, things start turning around for me. And I'm like, okay, things are turning around for me. I had no other choice but like, you know what? Something higher than what the hell I'm going through is pulling me through this right here. Because I was at my lowest point with this right here a year ago. And as it's slowly getting better. Something is pulling me through this right here. You know what I'm saying? And my thing, like I said before, all I knew was amen in the Bible. I can just read. I knew Adam and Eve and Cain and Abel. That was it.
Yep.
And I'm like, all right.
All right, that's spiritual. Relating to or affecting the human spirit or soul as opposed to material or physical things. Two.
It says, say it again. My fault.
Relating to or affecting AFFECTING, the human spirit or soul as opposed to material or physical things. Two, the other definition, relating to religion or religious beliefs. One and the same.
It's not one and the same. So, okay. So what is religion? Look that one up. See, you have to talk about spirituality when you talk about religion. So it's not necessarily one and the same. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. That's the belief in and worship of a superhuman controlling power, especially a personal God or gods. A particular system of faith and worship, a pursuit or interest to which someone, ascribes supreme importance. That sounds like, I don't even want to be a part of God.
That's what now that's two different things.
It's a difference.
It's two different things.
Okay, we go. That whole knowing thing about God, I think that comes from trial and error. What I mean by trial and error is, Cal, we kind of touched on this before, is that I don't believe Adam and Eve was the first humans created. I don't believe we are, maybe if they were, we are descendants of them, if this is true. But before them, there was a civilization before them. According to the Book of Enoch, which we don't have here in the States, because I feel the Book of Enoch dimes out God. It tells on God. Then America can't have that. You can't control humans with your God being told on to be a lie this whole entire time.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I feel like, that's where I'm coming from with the whole trial and error when it comes to God. It's this all-knowing being. It's like, nah, he got minions that come and relay the message to him, like the angels, is like what they say, or cherubim as they call them, and some of them. But
right,
trial and error. So he had this civilization do things before. They got punished unjustly as well in the Book of Enoch, something that was nowhere near their control. And now they got wiped out. And then now going over to the beginning, we have Adam and Eve. That's why I feel like he's not this whole all-knowing on just that aspect. It's more to it. I don't want to get too elaborate.
We always talk. So your argument is not that there is not a God.
Hold on. Wait. We going back to this, Cam. We going back to this.
I'm saying this because man, like people might hear you and not understand where you're coming from.
Okay, I feel you, man. I feel you.
But all the while you saying it, you acknowledging them though. You acknowledging saying God. You saying, yeah, I don't think he who you think he is. So are you saying that there is not one, or he's just not who you think he is? So that's two different things too. I just be wanting you to clarify that for people. And for me, really.
I'm doing what you say about translation. So I'm stating, I'm putting the words like how it's making it easier for them to understand. Yeah, so I'm using God because they understand God versus me saying we're this entity all the time.
Right. I mean, there's people that feel like you too. So
but
you might not need to always, do that.
But also, I'm not, again, like I said earlier, I'm not denouncing the existence of God. I'm just denouncing
God.
Of a God. I do believe that there's some type of higher power. But again, all challenge your beliefs and my beliefs in Christianity is all coming from the book that's controlling the world practically,
which is the Bible.
That's where all my stuff is coming from. It's based on what this book is telling everybody and how you choose to believe he say, she say out of this book.
Gotcha.
This book ain't nothing but a book of stories, and you have no way of proving that God in the Bible exists. You have zero ways to prove that. And again,
we have a lot of nonfiction. You have a lot of nonfiction books.
Exactly. I got a book on Adam and Eve when they got kicked out of the Garden of Eden. And it is stated to be fiction, but at the same time, I'm like, well, the Bible is fiction too. So by announcing that this is fiction, you're kind of announcing that the Bible is fiction, kind of. But that's just he say, she's. I mean, that's just hearsay right now.
That's a whole different discussion right there, boss. That's a fire, man. Look, that's fire right there, boss.
But it holds some merit though, because of what the book that everybody believes in tells you. It holds some merit. I just thought about a couple of days ago of Adam and Eve supposed to be the grandparents of humanity, but yet they have no significance in the Bible. They just get kicked out, had 2 kids, and you don't hear about these niggas no more. I would think they would have a much more significant on repopulating, or on my bad, replenishing the earth, which I find that word funny as well, because the word replenish means to refill or stock up. So basically the word replenish means refill and fill. So the word means the exact same thing, but it's 2 different words meaning 2 different things. So why would you choose to use the word replenish versus repopulate? Or my bad, not repopulate versus using the word populate.
Okay.
So stuff like that is why I have my questions, and stuff like that is why I seek conversation on not just religion, but everything. It's like, and again, I'm not denouncing God. Your beliefs is just as flawed as my beliefs.
Right, because we initially started talking about how, and then he touched on it too for a second. We initially, a long time ago, when we first talked about it, we were saying how they were using Christianity to control the slave, or they were using the Bible to control the slave. And that was basically how your feelings, how you start talking about your feelings and all of that about it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it came from controlling humanity, period. Controlling mankind, not just slaves. It's religion. When you look at the foundation of anything ran just about in the world, period, whether it's here in America or other countries, pieces of land overseas or whatever, when you look at the core of just virtually anything, religion is at the core of all of it.
Yeah.
And when it seems like, because when you just go back and just like read a story, any story, just pick any story in the media or outside the media. If you actually sit and think about it just a little bit, it's like, well, dang, that's in the Bible. No matter how old it is, it can be in the dang on 1500s. No matter how present it is, it can be right now today. When you think about it, it's like that's exactly how the Bible sounds. And that's why I say, like, come on now, people. If you believe in God, then you have to believe in everything else then. That's how I feel about it, because you believe in this, again, you believe in a he say, she say thing. Like, your parents told you about this. Your grandparents told your parents about this. Your great-great-grandparents told your grandparents about this, and so far back down. And the same thing in the Bible.
That's what I'm saying.
The first 4 books in the New Testament is exactly what I just said. He say, she say. The first 4 Bibles, maybe 5 or 6. The first 4, 5 to 6 Bible books in the New Testament is Jesus's goons, that's what I call them. They're his goons, telling stories about the birth and to come after Jesus did his thing and passed away. Right. That's what the first 4, and each one of those books are slightly tweaked out to say something different, because the way society works, the way humanity works, not only does humanity have to believe in something, you just got to believe in something. You can't not live without believing in anything. You not believing in anything is you still believing in something.
Yeah,
it's a belief.
Too.
So that being said, is that the way humanity works, over my observation of my time being on the earth and studying history and reading stuff, we believe in stories, but we hate to be told one though, but we believe in them. So if you can get enough people to say virtually the same thing, you can get a society to believe it.
Go ahead, Kay. I'm gonna let y'all say this. I just want to say something on what you just said, boss. I'm gonna say something you just said.
I was just gonna say I don't think everybody's belief in God is based on what Mama said and what Grandma said before her and what Auntie Marie said before that. Like some people believe in it because the feeling they get, bro. You know what I'm saying? Some people believe in it because the feeling they actually get, like, yo, I believe in this, bro. Like,
I'm not knocking what makes you feel good. If that makes you feel good, hey, believe in it. Again, I don't care about, honestly, I cannot care less on what or who you believe in.
And some people, when they hear you preach the word, they still don't believe in it. They got to know them for themselves.
And that's the difference. And that's right there is the difference between being spiritual and religious.
Yeah.
That's the difference in it right there.
I agree.
But are you using the word spiritual to detach from religion because hold on, so you can understand where I'm coming from. Are you detaching spiritual from religion because it fits you better? Is that the best way? That's the best way I can explain.
Well, no, because the reason, and not saying it as in something wrong with being religious. Never would say that.
Not saying that as well.
Way I use the reason why I use it because it's describing, because I'm describing me personally. I know that I'm not following the Bible to the T.
Right.
I know that I'm not.
That would, if you were, that would be like religious. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not following the Bible.
You would be a murderer as well.
Right. I mean, hell, be honest with you, we're not supposed to do any damn thing. But my thing was, I'm not saying, again, whoever does, it's fine with me. I'm saying though, for me, I'm not following to the T. I'm not gonna follow it to the T. I believe in sex. Fuck all you want to fuck, but you can't fuck no more. But my thing was, that's religion.
The Bible do too.
Right, but that's all. And then look, let's not.
No. I ain't talking about just marriage. I ain't talking about just marriage. The Bible is a very sexual book,
right?
But he making you think that it's this evil thing,
right? But here's my thing is, so don't saying for me, I can only go off of how I feel internally. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I connected more to being the more spiritual. Now,
that's spiritual. You know what I'm saying?
It's internal. It's how you take on internally. You know what I'm saying? Then, like you said, as you're going back as with your mother, your grandparents, blah, 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 that's more religious.
Religious, because it's taught. It's like I'm teaching you to believe in
that's
this. Yeah, that's what I was saying.
All right, I got it. And the reason why I was stating what I was stating, because the people I did talk to about that, man, do you know how many times I got this from people is, so why do you believe? Why do you follow?
You mean they say that to you?
No, this is me asking them. And this is
talking to them, okay.
Yeah, this is me asking them. And I got this reply from so many different people. And it's like, it freaking blows my mind. Is that, why not? I'm like, that's exactly why I'm having my conversation now. What you mean, why not?
Well, it would be a lot of reasons why not to.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
But no. Their reason.
I'm saying that to what they're saying.
It's a whole heap of reason. Did you actually read the Old Testament?
Right.
Did you actually read that? Like, let's just say God. Let's just say I'm 100% can show you right now that God does exist. I still probably wouldn't walk with that guy just because he is a freaking bloodthirsty, whatever he is, and he does not care about you like you. I went through the Bible multiple times, and you know those things where when you hear people say, you know God loves you, you know God is merciful, he's caring, and he says all powerful, and blah blah blah. God only said one third of those things that's related to them. All these titles are given to him from humans. It's not, and none of those titles are in the Bible where even his disciples are saying all these things. Is God said, I'm almighty. I'm an Alpha and the Omega, which is Almighty. That's it. All that other stuff is what humans gave this person, this entity.
I agree a little bit.
And even with that, even with God saying that, I still don't believe He is all powerful. Because one, He rested. What the heck you need to rest for if you all powerful? He rested. That alone tells you that He need to regenerate at least.
But what does powerful mean though? Like how do we know that powerful means you don't have to rest? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I would say that He is a powerful entity. I would
how
say
do we know
all
powerful don't mean like you have to rest to be powerful? Like,
but
you know,
the fact of the matter of is he rested, period. That's the fact of the matter. He rested, period. All powerful, almighty. You shouldn't have to say the words rest. You should just chill. Just chill. Because when you put the notion or the word that you rested, it implies that you're not as all powerful as you claim to be. That's what that implies to me. I'm not trying to translate. It either. I'm just trying to going off what was said.
I mean, but at the same time, man, I mean, I hear what you're saying, brother. And I ain't gonna say I don't agree with certain things you're saying. I agree with certain things you're saying on that. Because a lot of things
I agree with some things y'all saying as well.
I mean, a lot of things is man-made. A lot of things are what we push out there. Now, when it comes to the wrestling part, he needs to rest. Because Lord, if I do one more damn day of work, I swear to God. So we need more. 7 days have been perfect for me, but make it 5. I'll be better. But look,
but you're not all powerful though. It's expected for you to be resting.
Yeah, see, I get what you did. So you basically saying that if God resting, He basically on our level. If you resting, you sounding human. Like,
now you bringing something else into it, but yeah, you bring what he's more like us. Well, think about this. Well, why is God jealous of non-other gods?
Well, that's because us as people, we can make things our God, though.
But there are other gods. There are other gods within the Bible. But again,
so that's what they mean. He's jealous if you go the other way.
But I hear what you're saying, Kev, but people don't believe that there are other gods. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm saying what I got when I read it and came across these passages, he's insinuating other gods. And
people can make money their God. It's some people that will
No. I'm talking about other physical. No, I'm talking about other deities. Right. Not I'm talking about actual other deities.
Yeah, because he said no other God above me. And all
right. So you're saying he acknowledging the fact that there are other gods.
He's saying that. He said, well, Jesus ain't a God, but we treat him like one.
Well, he's a part of the Holy Trinity. So
again, yeah. I know. I know what the book says. We got to tell them that. I know what it says. Because again, we crazy, we silly. God is just as crazy as us, because like I said before, Kev, the nigga was talking to himself in the forest when he was Jesus, right? And he supposed to be Jesus.
Right. If Jesus is God, then he's talking to himself. If Jesus was talking to God, then and if they one person,
exactly. So he's just as nuts as us.
I mean, we are made in his image. I'm gonna tell you that we are made in his image.
Yeah. Oh, see, but if you tell that to man, speaking of that as well, you know how many times I got this reply from people?
What's that?
So God is made in our image. What does he look like then? Because you told me you seen him.
What does he look like to them?
Yeah, I'm saying that to them. Yeah. You told me you seen him. So if he made in our image, what does he look like? This is the reply I get from
I ain't never seen God.
Everybody. This is the reply I get from everybody. Not one person changed up the wording at all. Is me. He looked like me. No, the nigga don't. Because if he looked like you, I look like you. And I don't look nothing like you, you ugly.
Oh, God.
I look nothing like you.
Like, you mean to tell me God look like yellow there?
Exactly. The image of God is a head, torso, and 4 limbs. That's what the image of God means. It doesn't mean that you look in the mirror and you see God. You freaking trying to get people to believe in your stuff, man.
Said, my man said, because you ugly.
I'm like, man, so that's the stuff that's why I seek conversation with not just religion, but when it comes to this religion, I get the same answers I got growing up, which is, well, if you look right here, I already been there. I done told you about that scripture. Here you are repeating it back to me. It's like Christians have nothing to say.
They have no argument
about their own argument. They have zero to say about their own argument, except for
it's in the word.
It's right here.
Let me tell you this.
I just told you that.
Let me tell you, boss. Let me tell you this, man. Hey, Kev, man, I'm gonna send an invite to you too, boss. Like this next episode I'm doing is it's called titled Sex, Love, and Religion. And yo, this is gonna be so good into it, boss. Because basically what I want to talk about in my next episode is how does a person's religion affect your relationship? Like in your relationships, like could you date a person who have a different religion than you? Like
only non-religious people can. Religious people can't. That's my first input right now. We ain't got to talk about it though because it's your show.
I'm gonna get more into it. Just one thing, and the other thing, because it's gonna break up in different parts, y'all. I'm gonna let y'all know it's breaking up in different parts. We're gonna start off. We're gonna go from lukewarm to hot. So
I come in hot, man. You want whatever talk. You want whatever talk.
Thing is, don't come in so hot, nigga.
I'm gonna put a coat on.
I mean, like I said, that's one thing. Just like with y'all podcast, man. Mine's random thoughts, so it's just like it's whatever pops in your head, man. It's like you take it.
That's similar.
Yeah, that's similar. Yeah, similar to us because whatever talk is basically the thoughts that run through my head and all that stuff, as you can see right now. But thank you for listening to Whatever Talk, folks. Kev, give your shout outs.
Oh man, I want to give a shout out to the listeners, the viewers. I want to give a shout out to Mr. Eric for joining us. Shout out to my family, your family, all of our families, man. And yeah, that's it.
Awesome. Mr. Eric G.
Yeah. Hey man, look, I had to thank both of y'all, man, for letting me be a part of this, man. This has been a real good time, y'all. Y'all don't understand.
I appreciate it, man.
Like open talks like this. I love it, man. Hey y'all, to your fans, y'all please check out my podcast, Random Thoughts with Eric G. I'm available on all platforms. Now I'm on iHeartRadio and on Pandora. Y'all, I appreciate it all, man. I'm newly married. I've been married for like a week now. So
congratulations, bro.
Appreciate it. So shout out to my wife. And my stepson sitting right across from me right now looking at me. So but yeah, man. So
will you say that gun at again?
Oh yeah, he just got in here. We just got in here. We ain't saying all that. But y'all, thank y'all so much for having me on tonight, man. It's been fun. This has been a good one. I really like this.
Most definitely, man.
I appreciate you coming on, and I'm glad you had a good time, man. Because again, I like to think Whatever Talk again is a safe haven for conversation, man. That's why one of the reasons I created.
And y'all, like I said, I'm getting in touch with y'all next week. We'll do my episode. I can't wait.
I can't wait either. I can't wait either to tell all them blind followers, y'all niggas stupid for believing. No. But I want to give a shout out to all the. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you say something else?
I'm good.
Oh, okay. And I want to give a shout out to the listeners as well. You guys are awesome as always. Just for being intrigued with whatever we be talking about at the particular time we be talking about it. I don't know why y'all won't leave comments, but y'all most definitely tell me I'm racist. It's like, I guess it takes one to know one. I guess that's the figure of speech says.
Hey. Exactly.
Oh man.
Also, I want to give a shout out to Kev. Dude, love you, man. I tell you that often. I tell you that often, and this time I mean it.
This time. I'm serious this time.
Oh man, it's your family too, Ted. I just told Karen yesterday, like, man, do Focus Hope still make peanut butter? Because Cause I said I was gonna get some,
and cheese.
And I said I was gonna get some and send it to Kev and tell his mom to make some peanut butter cookies. I ain't never had no peanut butter cookies that taste as good as those ever. And it was made.
They might taste different now. Like, I don't know. You know how stuff tastes different from when you was little. Like,
yeah, they probably put all kinds of additives that we ain't had back when we was little.
Exactly.
But yeah, your family too, man. I miss y'all, man, a whole heap. Eric G, thanks for coming on, man. It was a pleasure having you. Again, we have to do this again some other time, and not be too religious on this on the next one. But
hey, I'm definitely whatever conversation you want, boss. I promise you I'm on it. I'm a history buff, boss. I love that all, man.
I'm about to bring you on an actual Challenge Your Belief episode where we can straight up talk religion.
Oh no, see, and again, remember spiritual.
My bad. Challenge your spirit, man.
There you go. Hey, look, how about this? I'm gonna send you some RC soda and see what happens first.
Look, you ain't gotta do that. I can go to the factory and pick up some. You ain't gotta do that. I work for RC.
You can be able to talk. It's all right. It's RC.
I work for RC. But also I want to give a shout out to my fam, my wife, my kids. We love y'all whole heap. I love y'all whole heap. That's a generational thought process word that was passed down to us. Heap.
Right.
And to the next episode of Whatever Talk,
whatever.
If you would have made it this far, but then you made it to the end of the show, we can stay posted, but we gotta go. But wait a minute, leave a comment, tell us what you think about it. Come again, tell a friend, tell whoever listening. Whatever talk.